My 31F husband passed, 31M, and I've been seeing someone, 58M, and need advice. I need advice. I don't know what to do or how I feel. I feel so lonely. This is going to be long, I'm sorry in advance. My husband took his own life 10 months ago. He was 31, I'm also 31. We were together since 14. He was my person. He's had depression since probably his teens, only diagnosed a few years ago. I think the older he got, the worse it developed. Probably just being an adult and having to deal with more stress and responsibilities got to him. To say that it's been a nightmare is an understatement. I feel abandoned, although I think I'm doing better than I would have thought. I went back to work and I'm living my life. But every once in a while I have very bad days, like today. I've had panic attacks and psychosomatic symptoms in the last 4 months. I've always been very anxious and have bad health anxiety. A lot of stress manifests physically for me. A few months after my husband passed, I started seeing someone from work. It developed slowly. He's made a huge difference in my outlook in life and my hope that things will be okay. He is kind, loving, funny, he's understanding and very supportive. I've had a great time with him. When we are alone it's great, it's amazing. But when we are in public sometimes I can feel the looks of people judging and it makes me uncomfortable. The issue is that he's my supervisor so no one knows, and he's much older, 58. We already got along well before my husband passed and I would consider him a friend. He's been extremely supportive and is such a nice guy. I didn't think I could fall in love again, or generally feel like this. The problem now lays in that he is much older. As much as I would like this to work, it's obvious that there are many things I want that he can't provide for me. And he agrees. I think he's more mature and aware of this than me. We both feel very much in love and it's been crazy to feel like this, for him as well, as according to him he's never felt like this with someone before. I don't know how to move on. I don't know how to feel okay not being with someone. I don't want to end up alone, but I don't know how will I meet someone who can give me everything I want and need in a partner. I'm so scared. When I can't see him I get so sad. I don't feel that safety I felt with my husband. No matter what, I knew he was there. I didn't need to be with him all the time. My person was at home. This person has been very reassuring and loving, but no matter what, we both know it doesn't have a future. How can it? And that sucks. I wish things would be different and he was younger. He is so great in so many ways, and is not fair. I've heard horror stories from friends and their dates. Many guys seem to be assholes and just ghost them. And here I am with this person who I'm in love with, but I know I deserve more, even if he's wonderful. I know I deserve someone I can grow old with, and have kids with. He can't give me the time that I want, and I'm thinking maybe I'll just wait it out and eventually it'll fizzle out. I don't have the strength to end it. He will retire soon and I'm not looking forward to that. He makes work so much better. He already has all these trips planned and ways to spend time together. He said he can't imagine his life without me. Even if I decide to end it, he would like to stay friends. How can I not let my feelings dictate my life? How can I not let someone dictate how I feel at work? Doesn't matter what I do, even if I'm happy, I always come back home alone. I don't have someone there. I don't have my partner. I wish I could already be at that stage with a partner and not have to go through everything from scratch. I don't know how will I meet someone else. Using an app seems ridiculous. I don't know how to enjoy what I have in the present without worrying so much about the future. I need a reality check or a different perspective. Honestly, seems like maybe you needed therapy to process this loss, instead of getting into a relationship with your supervisor, which is against policy in most companies. Not sure y'all's situation. But I empathize with the loneliness. I can't imagine how you're feeling. He's not that great of a guy. He went after you knowing you are in the fog of grief. He's also your boss. This is not what you need in your life. You need a therapist. I'm so sorry for your loss, but girl, you know this is a bad idea. You got involved with this guy way too fast and the consequences at your job could be horrendous. He's old enough to be your dad and he's your supervisor, he should know better. It's a massive red flag for him to even be open to this. You have never been alone as an adult and it seems like you've grabbed onto the closest stable-seeming man instead of learning to deal with that. You need to be talking to a grief counselor and you need this old man to no longer be your boss. Girl, your boss made a move on you before your husband was even cold in the ground. This is not a good situation. He is not a good man. You both know there is no future in this relationship and I don't know about company policy, but there could be some problems if you two became public. You were with your husband for a very long time and you started seeing someone only a few months after he passed? I've never experienced loss of a spouse, but I think being okay with being single and going to therapy would be more healthy than jumping straight into a relationship. I lost my partner at 29, so I can relate. I think 10 months is too soon. I'm still grieving and do feel the need to fill that space. I could fall in love so easily right now, but I understand that would be unhealthy. How do I, M24, respond to my girlfriend, F25, asking if I can tell she's gained weight. My girlfriend has in the past asked me if I can tell that she's gained weight, and I don't know how to respond. I definitely can tell that she has, and frankly, I like it, but I don't know if that's something that would be appropriate if I share with her. Although if I say no, I feel like I'm misleading her. Previously when this has happened, I've just responded by saying, not that I can tell, which seems to satisfy her, although this makes me think she's only asking because she wants to be reassured about it. Would she be unhappy if I told her the truth, but that I like it? What's the right decision? That really depends on the woman. I don't ask stuff like that unless I want a genuine and direct answer. If I need reassurance, I'll tell me husband, tell me I am pretty. If I ask whether a piece of clothing makes me look fat, I genuinely want to know if it doesn't hug me in the wrong place. I'll be annoyed if he lies to me then. Which he doesn't. So that'll depend entirely on what your girl prefers. Not all women are the same. Maybe ask her at one point, not right after she asked you that of course, if she prefers reassurance, truth, or both. Some folks want to be told the truth, some want to know it doesn't matter to you, and others want their denial to be validated. Figure out where she stands and follow that. Put another way, she might be asking, am I putting on weight? Does the fact that I'm putting on weight change how attractive you think I am? Or, are we able to ignore that I'm putting on weight? She shouldn't be asking a question she doesn't want a genuine answer to. You shouldn't be lying to spare her feelings. Be honest next time she asks, but try to be as casual as you can. I mean, yeah, it's hot, or however you talk to each other, lol. If she gets upset, it's honestly not on you. She's an adult. At some point people have to learn that only children are lied to in fear of hurting feelings when answering questions. Crazy how you aged 5 years in 80 days. Are you a teenager pretending to be in your mid-20s, or in your mid-20s pretending to be a teenager? Or a secret third thing? I can't tell, but if you gained weight, I wouldn't have a problem with it. You'd be gorgeous either way. Tell her the truth in the most affectionate and considerate way. Also help her realize that she is beautiful regardless of her weight. She is vulnerable with you and values your input. Be honest and nurture her self-esteem. All the best. Peace. I, 30F, need some advice regarding my 31M husband, please. Hello everyone. I need some advice as I've been in a fight with my husband for 5 days now. I am 30F, and he is 31M. We've been together for 3 years and married for 2. Let me just start by saying he is a wonderful, caring, giving man most of the time, except when he is angry with me. When he's angry, it's like he turns into a different person, like a Hulk or something. This weekend we went out and I got upset over the fact that he did an illegal substance, snow. I admit that I acted poorly. I told him I was furious with him and then gave him the cold shoulder the whole night, which basically ended up with me leaving in my own Uber. I thought that he would be staying with the rest of the group, as he had told me that that is what he wanted to do earlier in the night. He didn't end up staying with the group and ended up walking home, 2 hours, because his phone died. When he got home he was furious with me, which I understand as our neighborhood isn't the safest even in the day. Now my problem is the way he treats me when he is angry with me. He raises his voice, gaslights me and shouts insults at me and has backed me into a corner 1 or 2 times during these bad fights. He has never hit me and our fights have never turned physical, but I have felt that they could in some situations. He slams doors, snatches things and has even kicked a hole in a door. I am not trying to play the victim, as I am not perfect and I definitely can be a complete bitch when I want to be. But this fight has lasted 5 days and I am just exhausted with the whole thing. I am never allowed to be angry with him. He always has to one-up me and be angrier than I am at him. Somehow these fights always end up being my fault and I am so tired. I know that marriage takes hard work and a lot of understanding and patience, but I truly am tired of him always turning the fight onto me. I am worried that when we do try to start a family he is going to do the same thing to our children or do it to me in front of them. If I ever say anything against him he takes it as an attack, and he has admitted that he says things sometimes to hurt me on purpose because he is angry. If I don't agree with everything that he says during a fight, he shuts me out, and honestly I feel that he punishes me by dragging the fight out over another couple of days because he knows I hate that. I would prefer to resolve things quickly, but I know that sometimes we need space to cool down. Does anyone have any advice for me? Don't have children with this man. He will destroy them. You need to stop deluding yourself that your husband is this wonderful and caring guy, because he's not. A wonderful and caring guy wouldn't behave that way when angry. Please leave him before he hurts you. Because that is the path you're going down. Someone who is nice and wonderful only when things go their way isn't nice and wonderful. What will happen is that you'll spend your life walking on eggshells and avoiding upsetting him. Disagreements happen in every couple, but saying things with the intention of hurting the other, that's not love. As someone who lived in a house with someone like this, my dad is like this to my mom. They are still married, but from my conversations with her, I get the feeling she would have left a long time ago. It's only going to get worse down the road unless there is some miracle that happens with him and he changes. If there are kids involved, it will get worse. Let me just start by saying he is a wonderful, caring, giving man. No, he isn't. He's an abusive bully who gaslights, yells, insults, and is physically threatening. Don't stay in this relationship. You must read this immediately. Opening square bracket. I don't want to take care of my F25 sick boyfriend, M25. Is this okay? For context, my boyfriend and I do not live together. He lives an hour outside the city I live in. He just got back from a week-long trip to Europe. He came to my house by train before his trip because I live near the airport he was flying in and out of. When he got back, he texted and said he wasn't feeling well. I suggested he go right home by train from the airport. He could not because he had left some things here that he needs, including his work laptop. So, he came to my house, and while he was taking a recovery shower and nap, I washed, dried, and folded all of his laundry from the trip, mainly because I have an intense fear of bedbugs. He said he was feeling better, so he stayed another day, and I made sure he took medicine through the day and made him dinner while he took a nap in my bed. I suggested he go home, but the NFL draft is tomorrow night and he wants to watch with some friends who live in my city, so I felt guilty sending him away. And I also don't want to make him take a train while he's sick. Tonight, he is in my bed taking a nap while I read on the porch. I just went to check on him and he not only coughed on me but also sneezed on me while we were talking. I was obviously grossed out, got upset and told him not to do that again, and asked if he was sure it wasn't COVID or the flu. He said, "I wish you would be more compassionate when I'm sick," and I snapped back that I wasn't his wife and that I didn't sign up to take care of him every time he's sick and to be sneezed and coughed on by someone. I feel like that wasn't the best response. He ended up apologizing, and so did I. There have been previous times where he's been sick in my house and I've suggested he leaves. He got mad the last time and said, other people's girlfriends would be nice and take care of their sick boyfriend. This rubbed me the wrong way because 1. I was working hybrid in the office at the time and had no sick time benefit, and 2. He has not taken care of me when I've been sick in the last 2 of the 3 years we've been together. I've had strep throat, a stomach bug, and a cold that led to a sinus and ear infection. We don't live together, and I didn't go to his house when I was sick, but still. There has been one time where I was sick at his house while he was living with his mom after we graduated. I got COVID from his mom and would have needed to take the train home. His mom said I was fine to stay until I tested negative or felt well enough to leave with a mask. The extent of him taking care of me was driving me to the store so I could go in with a mask on to get medication and leaving me alone in his basement while I recovered. There was another time that first year where he was at my house and we both got sick with the flu at basically the exact same time. We rotted in my bed for 2 days and had everything delivered. I don't really know how I should be handling this moving forward. I'm less worried about the douchebaggy things he said because we've talked through them and resolved it. I'm more worried about whether or not I'm a shitty partner for not wanting to take care of him when he's sick. And if I'm shitty for wanting to send him home on a train while he's sick. Update. I ended up going back inside and just talking to him about how I was feeling about the last few days and about the other times I've been sick. I also asked how he was feeling and what he was thinking about the situation. He apologized. I apologized again. He offered to take the last train out of the city and I told him he could stay, but that if he's not feeling better tomorrow, then he needs to go home in the morning. He agreed. I also said if he ever sneezes or coughs in my face again, he will unfortunately need to vacate the premises. We laughed about it, hugged, and I even gave him a kiss. I cuddled with him for a little bit and then I made us a nice dinner and we're about to order a sweet treat and watch our show in bed. Someone asked if I get sick with what he has now, would he take care of me? So I asked him that and he said, yes, of course. I'd stay here with you or you could come back with me. Whatever you'd be more comfortable with. Hopefully we don't have to test that out because I do really hate being sick, but I think we ended in a good spot. His apology included not caring for me in the past and said he will do better in the future. IDK if it makes a difference to anyone who said I need to dump him, but he's not like this all the time. He didn't ask me to do any of the I did for him, laundry, medicine, cooking, etc. I did all of it because I wanted him to stay in bed so he could feel better. Your comments were funny, but I do love him very much and do not find this to be a relationship-ending situation. For all the people who think I don't like my boyfriend, that I'm ruining my chances of being his wife, and who said I might be an actual sociopath, I'm 25 and very focused on my career as is he. Not everyone's life goal is to be someone's wife with a gaggle of children that dotes on their husband's every want and need. I work 40 hours a week and have hobbies and things I like to do. I made the "I'm not your wife" jab because of his previous comment about other girls taking care of their boyfriends. I also should have been more clear with my question. I was taking care of him for 2.5 days without him asking me to do any of the things I did. I was more asking if I'd be wrong to discontinue caring for him after he literally sneezed and coughed in my face. Thanks for all the advice. I'll leave the post up, but the issue has been resolved. If you don't want to take care of him, I wouldn't either, because he's never taken care of you, don't. But also, just break up. Don't be with someone like this. You are just setting yourself down a path of mediocrity. Of being with someone just to not be alone. Find someone that makes you want to take care of him, because he deserves it. So, let me get this straight. When you were sick with COVID at his mom's house, the only thing he did to take care of you was drive you to the store, so you could go in and get medicine? He didn't make you dinner or drinks or make sure you had what you needed at all. And he's whining about you not taking care of him? When you have been, I get not being coughed, sneezed on, that shit is gross, and I can guarantee he had time to turn his head at least. Why are you with someone who treats you like you don't matter? Ew. And it is deeply not okay to expose people to germs like this, especially when it could be COVID-nauseated face. If he expects you to take care of him while he is sick yet refuses to do the same when you are the one who is sick, then that tells you all you need to know. He thinks that he is more important than you, that his time is more valuable than yours, and that you should be able to drop everything in order to care for him. Is this the kind of relationship that you want to be in? You're not his mom, you're his girlfriend. If he's going to cough and sneeze on you, that's disgusting, and I understand why you wouldn't want to be near him. He can't even cover his mouth? Is he a grown man or a 3-year-old? And I also would not take care of him if he hasn't returned the favor. Why did he come to your house if he knew he was sick? A good boyfriend would say, hey, I am actually not feeling great and don't want to get you sick. I would never go to my partner's house while sick and expect them to take care of me. If I needed to go to the hospital, sure, but a cold, flu can and should be taken care of alone. And if I started to feel worse at my partner's place, I would leave so I didn't get them sick. You said, he has not taken care of me when I've been sick in the last 2 of the 3 years we've been together. I've had strep throat, a stomach bug, and a cold that led to a sinus and ear infection. And then he expects you to take care of him? No, please dump him.